My son, Leo, was always the quiet one in school. He wasn't the type to make noise or seek the spotlight. He usually just kept to himself, focusing on his grades and his sketchbook. In American high schools, quiet kids like him are often mistaken for being weak. The school's biggest bully, Jack, had been tormenting Leo for weeks. He'd throw away Leo's lunch or rip up his hard-earned drawings. Leo never fought back. To be honest, I started to think my son was a coward, and that thought was eating me alive. Then one day, in the school cafeteria, things went too far. The whole school was there. Jack grabbed Leo's sketchbook and right in front of everyone, dunked it into a pitcher of milk. The entire hall erupted in laughter. Jack shouted, "Let's see if your art can swim." In that moment, Leo didn't flinch. He took off his glasses, placed them on the table, and looked Jack straight in the eyes. Jack stepped forward to shove him, laughing. But Leo, who had been secretly training in jiu-jitsu for 2 years, moved like lightning and grabbed Jack's arm. In a split second, Jack was on the ground. Leo had him locked in a perfect armbar. Jack, the tough guy, was now screaming in pain and tapping the floor frantically. The entire cafeteria went dead silent. No one ever expected the quiet kid to do something like that. The next day, I was called into the principal's office. Jack's parents were there, yelling that their son's arm was nearly fractured. The principal pulled up the security footage. It clearly showed Jack's weeks of bullying and how he was the one who initiated the fight that day. When the video ended, Jack's father hung his head in shame. The principal looked at Leo, smiled, and said, "Leo, self-defense is not a crime." On the way home, I held Leo's hand and said, "Son, I thought you were weak." Leo calmly replied, "Dad, being quiet doesn't mean being weak. I was just waiting for the right moment." That day, I realized my son wasn't just an artist. He was a warrior, and I've never been prouder of my son.